Get mad at me for dating outside my race. But I was dating outside of my race because they was doing things better in my race. I'm gonna
Like,
keep
what
it
do you
100.
mean?
Define better. Define better.
Well, not better because I know where she getting ready to go. Not better.
I know, you said
But
they were doing things
not
better. I
better.
wanted to
Not
know what
better.
better.
She was about to beat him over the head with the words, boy, when he said that.
Not better. I'm gonna change that.
I'm trying to save you for the
I know you
people,
is.
for
That's
the
what I'm gonna say.
culture.
Not better. For the
What if he don't want to be saved?
culture.
There we go.
Right. Not better. I was dating Puerto Rican. I was dating Dominican. I was dating African. I was dating all type of other relationships.
Bro, they gonna call you a thought. They gonna say, it's the reason why he can't keep a girl. That's why you can't keep a girl now. I can see it now. I can see it now, man. Just because you said you dated all that variety, they finna tear you up on that.
American black, right? They were doing way more of what we expect we want our woman to do more than our American. Our American got real comfortable with.
Give me some examples.
Oh man, I mean, their mannerisms are different. Like,
Now, he ain't lying, though. My mind been blown. I ain't even been trying to get at no girls in America. I literally just like out of country women. You know what I mean? Like, the experience that I got was just mind blowing. And all I do is hear people hating, females hating when I get to speaking on it because they don't want to hear the sad truth.
even my Indian one was from Syria, one of them countries over there, right?
My boy said he had an Indian one, or he was getting massages and feet rubs.
I ain't have to really say much to do and be treated like a king. You see what I'm saying? A lot of times with our own American black, they expect so much of us and what we're supposed to do. Like,
He ain't lying. He ain't lying. You gotta build a mountain, and build a mansion on top of that mug. Then you gotta build some designer stores so they can go to them and shop in them, and a grocery store inside the house. And you gotta get them a love thing that never, like, that always recharges they love to the full maxity capacity. And you know what I'm saying? And then your love is like real low and your battery about to die all the time.
things like
it's
if
bad,
we go out
bruh.
and eat and we just have a nice dinner, we can go anywhere and eat and get a nice dinner.
Anywhere. I'm talking about a female that love just you. It don't matter where we eat now.
It had to be Ruth Chris, or it had to be this, that, or it had to be this, that.
Y'all motherfuckers with this Ruth Chris, that's all y'all want to eat at? Y'all don't eat nowhere else. Y'all found one expensive restaurant and lost y'all goddamn mind.
Then I get somebody that's just as fine, a Cuban or a Colombian.
See? That's me right there, that Colombian. When they said Cuban, Colombian, I stopped like, nigga, I was ready to throw up my C's like a
Care
gangbanger.
about none. They care about you and your household. Even though they still care about the money, but it's not about the money. You understand what I'm trying to say? It's a difference. Not better, but sometimes we get tired of hearing, working bad.
Why you? Y'all know what I'm talking about. She sound like a car that won't start.
It's
Do you think that's fair? Because I feel like there's a certain type of woman that
Right.
does demand that. And to
Right.
me, I think it depends on the bait you're using and where you're looking. If you're going to go get a model from Instagram that got the BBL, the Snap.
Y'all all think y'all models on Instagram, even if you're not. Even if you ain't never been in one magazine or had one contract, you still feel like an Instagram model because you getting likes and comments.
Stomach and has all the things that check off money hungry and surface, you're gonna get that. If you're gonna meet a girl and through different ways and ask different questions, you're gonna find that out a lot earlier on. That was
You act like we don't do that already. We got to do all the talking. We have to do all the talking. These girls don't even know how to have a conversation. Soon as you get to say, hey, how you doing? He too boring for me. He didn't give me enough energy. He didn't put enough in it.
important to her.
I'm not doubting that, but I'm just talking about even if you look on just a regular dating app and just look at what a woman.
Yeah, you look on a regular dating app, you're going to see a whole story of what all you better be doing for me. Nothing saying what she offered to the table, what makes her such an amazing woman that deserves all of this. It's just this what I deserve, nigga. And if you ain't with it, swipe left.
May state that she requires, I'm saying these things because it feels as if social media again is the barometer okay? And it's the comparison. And when you're comparing yourself to all these other women, and of course, even with the BBLs, because I'm like, that's fine, but I mean,
What's BBL? I'm sorry.
Brazilian butt lift.
Oh, okay.
And it's
Right.
no shade to women that have
No.
them. I'm just
I was
saying.
wondering. I was waiting for it too. I'm like, excuse me.
And
Right.
there's no
Help me,
shade
help
to everyone that has them.
No,
I'm
no,
just
no.
saying, if you're going by just surface things and that's who you're going afterwards, then guess what? She gonna run them pockets.
No, and I'm
Oh
not,
my
and I want to
gosh.
get your
Run
thoughts,
the
Doc,
damn
and
pocket.
as well, Amy, as a woman dating or even considering, I think that a lot of times, you know, we do value women, but when you talk about Black relationships, I think we all come with some baggage. All right. Now, some of us have some baggage that's not going to fit in the overhead compartment, and some of us have some baggage that you're going to have to pay a whole lot more for to
You're
get
gonna
on
need a
this
moving
flight.
truck.
Yeah.
Right? But the reality of it is that's just who we are. And I'm talking about historic. Like if you're talking about being enslaved, where we were and how we engage each other, there's a lot of elements there. But it can be a little difficult because women have expectations in 2021 that they're watching, and they're very material expectations. I agree with you, Claudia, but I'm simply saying that,
Not all of them are material.
and I'm not trying to generalize
It's just
women.
most of the time it's pointing to American women are more material.
And it's
Yes.
America
Not
as a
better,
society.
not better,
That's
not
facts.
better.
Let's bring
Not
spirit.
better.
Let's bring
Facts.
I
spirit
heard
into
you,
this.
and I gave you the space to even edit
That's
the better
facts.
part, right? So, and I'm with you on that. But let's say this because you guys both tie in two really important pieces, right? You talk about women who are not African American women, and you talk about the experience and what is the influence here. You mentioned social media, but what you're really missing here is the piece that you talk about, the enslavement part, the culture and the trauma that African American men and women and children have faced in this country is like unlike any other group. And so when we talk about trauma, what we know is that Black people have a lot of unprocessed trauma. We have a lot of hurt. We have a lot of harm, not just back then, but right now on the daily, right? And so one of the things that we talk about as professionals within my profession is we talk about how trauma impacts people. And so we love to say, Resmaa Menakem, one of my favorite colleagues, he says that trauma decontextualized within a person looks like personality. And that trauma decontextualized within a family looks like family traits. And that trauma decontextualized within a people looks like culture. Right. And so when you talk about how African American women present
She's spitting some facts right now. She's
and what they
spitting.
need as it
Spitting.
relates to security and finances and the finer things in life, and to look a certain way and to want a certain thing from their man and to have certain expectations. It's because of the trauma that we are still trying to survive. And when we talk about feeling beautiful and the BBLs and the Birkin bags and the wanting the nice things and wanting their men to come with a certain level of care and a certain level of treatment and expectation, we are trying to connect. We are trying to heal with you. We are trying to build with you. But there's so much hurt and trauma that we all have that we don't talk about, that we don't even understand within ourselves, so that we can't find who we're compatible with. Because who we're compatible with is traumatized versions of ourselves.
Spirit, do you think that women and men, women that seek the materialistic things, items, the tangible things, and men that just seek the women for the aesthetics, do you think those are people that kind of just gave up on love and they're just like going for, all right, well, at least I can see this, I can grab onto this?
No, I think it's science. If you really want to know, we are part of the animal kingdom like anything else. And so what the male species chooses is the thing that's biologically beautiful, because what it suggests from a DNA perspective is you're likely to bear my offspring and they will do well. It's survival of the fittest. And what the female species chooses is the male offspring that can provide the most security, because you're going to be able to protect me and our offspring and raise us, and we will do well.
So we're not gold diggers, it's just science.
It's literally biology. It is literally biology. When you see
Man, she just said all that just to reverse it and say everything that he said that's wrong with American women is correct, and y'all just ain't fitting the standard of what they need. That's basically what I just heard, man. I thought we was getting somewhere, man. What the
Listen, when you see the brothers out there with the rims and the flash and the money and the gold, They're no different than the male peacock that's showing his whole big pretty feathers. Look at me, look at me. And when you see the women that go, show me what you got, show me what you're working with, it's no different than the frog that ribbits the.
See that I get that, but the only difference is they keeping the same basic stuff. You know what I mean? It's not increasing, and increasing. Like we could go look 50 years before this, 100 years before this, those animals and those, they was doing the same thing to get they partner. But if you do that with men and females, it is not the same. 50 years ago, 100 years, it changes. It keep changing. And it ain't changing for the better, you heard?
Loudest, or the bird that chirps the loudest.
So what do you call a man that's just been providing that doesn't ask for nothing? What do you call the guys like me who we don't ask for anything?
Oh, but you do.
How?
You may not ask it with your words, but your expectation is there. So when you say, I need that woman that loves me, I need that woman that has my back, so I don't have to say, hey, is that bacon and eggs there? Hey,
Okay,
are those clothes in the
mental,
drawer?
not cash-wise. Okay.
So when we talk about compatibility, right, one of the things that I love to say, an acronym that I use is RISES, that some relationships rise, some fall. You want one that rises. RISES stands for the different types of intimacy.
I hear her. She was talking though. She was really talking, but the other girl it's like she listened, but she wasn't listening. She just took what like key things that woman said that she liked, and she said, see, it's still the same. Women just want security and this and that. Man, hey, y'all just want to scam a nigga. You think you finna be scamming me? You think I'm about to act like I don't know when I'm getting a credit card scam? Or when somebody trying to fraud me with a fake check. You don't think I know? You don't think I know that's a fake ass ID, huh? You trying to sell me a motherfucking Bentley, but it's really a Honda. You just didn't put some different pieces on top of the motherfucking said it's a Bentley. Nah. RWS, hope it stretch got to the wrong guy.